So, one of the things that I would appeal to in order for me to answer this question of how do I know that God is real and not just a byproduct of psychological need or cultural idea is the fact that when we go to like basically first principle, when you look at the world and you look at the creations, I can sense some sort of like order, and that appeals or tells me something that is beyond what I can possibly see in this plane of existence. Because when there is order, it means that we have some sort of like a source that actually caused that order to exist. And the scripture made us understand in the book of Romans 1 that the things which are seen give explanation to that which is unseen, even the eternal power of the Godhead. So when you look at a building, you know that this building of necessity as a constructor, he has an architect that designed this structure that allowed it to come into this plane of existence, right? So when you look at the word, the order, the preciseness that comes even with some of the scientific I don't know, variables that we
Yeah,
have like gravity and all that, the preciseness of it, that if it was like just 1 point
percent.
deviation,
Yeah.
yeah, it could, the world could literally collapse. I would appeal to that. And the second thing I'm also going to appeal to beyond psychological need or cultural need, maybe like this has evolved over time, that's why we believe in it, is the fact that when you look at us, we have intrinsic value, we have morality, we have right, we can determine good and bad beyond our culture, beyond ourselves, beyond wherever we were born. And I think that points to the fact that if there is truly a moral law, there must be some sort of like a moral lawgiver. And I think that points to something that is transcendent from us if we have to believe in anything or put our faith in anything.
Yeah, I think that's quite profound, and I'm just gonna pick it up from there too and say like there's some things that are just constant, like irrespective of. For example, and one of them is like the morality thing. You know, some things are moral irrespective of the culture that you are in, irrespective of how you reason as a person. You know that stealing is wrong, killing is wrong, like different things like that. And like all these scientific constant. Like someone said, oh, gravity was discovered, like electromagnetic fields and all of this, like physics, interesting scientific stuff. So most of these things were discovered. So it's like, how were they created? And the fact that these things are like intelligible, these things are like very precise, as you rightly said, it points to an intelligent mind behind some of this. And I think what I too would strongly appeal to is also the fact that when we say we believe in God, what exactly are we appealing to? We're appealing to something beyond just our culture, and this thing is something that can be tested, it can be verified. So as a Christian, I believe in God, and even more like evidential is the fact that this God came into earth in the person of Jesus, made very bold claims like he is God. He showed signs, he died, he raised like and was raised back to life. So it's like I put my trust in that and say, oh, if this person has this amount of evidence behind them, I think it's something worth looking into. And I think everyone can just you can just go on a very
Look
honest
into it,
adventure,
yeah.
look into it, and say, "Oh, is the idea of a god intelligible? Is this something that follows logic? The idea of like an uncaused cause, an origin, is that something that I can put my faith in?" And then you can now start getting into how can I know this being. So yeah, that's what I think about that question.